this video I'm talking all about my January plans. Let's get into it. Hey guys, it's Elizabeth from ElizabethMadeThis.com, and today I'm going to bring you my January plans that I am working on. Some things are in progress, some things haven't been started, some things are just haven't happened yet. So first I thought I would show you the start of my my coat that I've been working on. So I think in one of my other plans videos I showed this fabric. It's a cream fleece with a sweater face, and then the wrong side of it is it's fleece. So it's sweater knit on this side, and then fleece on the inside. It's super warm. It's really heavy, but I didn't want it. It was kind of plain to just leave it like that. Not that that's a bad thing, but I would rather, because I bought a lot of it to make some kind of like outerwear thing, and I wanted it to be something that was a little bit more interesting. So I thought about it for a really long time, and then I bought this wool yarn, and I thought, hey, I'm just gonna this is gonna be a grand experiment. So I took the yarn and I just literally looped it all over the surface of the fabric, and I took my pattern pieces and I kind of cut sort of big around them, and then I just made each one of the pattern pieces by just looping the yarn kind of as it came off the skein and just zigzagging over it with embroidery thread. And it's almost done. It's so cozy and beautiful, but I'm missing one thing. So you can see it's got this big, nice, tall collar, and it's just, oh, it's so warm and just really lovely. Got these nice big pockets on it, which are really cool, but it needs some snaps, and I didn't want to get like teeny tiny little snaps because jumbo snaps look really cool on coats, and also the slightly smaller ones just didn't have the right look to them. But the problem is that the jumbo snaps are like really expensive. If you go to Joann's to buy them, I think like the regular price is like $10 for 2 of them, which is just ridiculous. So even if you use all your coupons and everything like that, which you can't use all your coupons because, you know, unless you get like a Happy Day when like the whole Notions wall is on sale or something like that, it's still like really crazy. So I went on eBay and I found some, and they were selling them like $5 for a package, and I think they were slightly less than $1 each for them, which is a nice deal. It's like like $3 on sale versus $1 regularly. And so I bought them. So I had to wait for them in the mail for a little bit, but it was totally worth it. And actually I think they're nicer quality than the Dritz ones that you could get at Joann's. So it will be my job now to figure out exactly where I want my snaps to be, and I'm gonna put my jumbo snaps on, and then I will have this coat to wear. And this will be just a nice kind of lightweight coat for you know, for mild winter days. We've had the craziest, warmest winter. It's 40 degrees outside, and we should have like snow, a lot more snow than we've had by this point, but it's just been really dry, which makes me think like, ooh, it's gonna be like a hot and fiery summer in Colorado, but who knows these things. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to work on is a dress for a friend of mine. She was trying on some of my dresses, and it fit her really well, but she's 6 feet tall. She said, you know, this would be really great if you added like 5 inches to the bottom. And I said, huh, because that has literally never been a problem that I've run into in my life. So it was kind of interesting to hear from her perspective, like, oh, that things that she buys like need to be just super long. So I found this print. It's navy and white. It kind of looks like these abstract mittens. So I think this will be really fun. The print that she was looking at had kind of like some some olive sort of tones running through it, and I'd love to find that, but I just didn't find it at the fabric store when I was looking for it. So I sent her a picture of it, and she still really liked this, so we're gonna give this one a go for that. And then the next thing that I'm gonna make is a little sweatshirt for myself from the Toaster Sweater. This is gonna be like a really super simple hack. I get the Athleta catalog. I don't know why I get it. I certainly don't buy activewear. But for some reason I got on their list, and periodically I get their catalog, but I was kind of like thumbing through it because I think some of their jackets are really fun sometimes. And they had this sweatshirt, and I'll put a picture up on it. But it's really simple. It just has like a little high-low kind of, it's just barely a high-low hem. It's just a curved hem at the bottom with the contrasting fabric, and in the back there's the center back there's a zipper, and you can open up the zipper and it just kind of like vents out to show the contrast fabric underneath. So I have this white French terry, which is pretty substantial. I think it'll make a really nice sweater. And then I have I thrifted this. It's a cream lace kind of sweater thingy. So I'll save the lining from that, and probably I'll use the ribbing for the neckline, but we'll see. It doesn't have a lot of recovery, so that might not end up working. So I'm gonna have to think about this. So it's a simple refashion, simple pattern hack, but that's on my plate too. The last big thing that I'm working on is just a really simple quilt. So this is fabric that I bought a couple years ago on sale for my son, for my youngest son, and I thought I didn't understand like what it was when I ordered it. I thought it was some kind of a shirting fabric with these different prints on it, but what it actually is a cheater print. So if you're a quilter, there's sometimes you can buy these fabrics that are several different prints, all on the same length of yardage. So all you have to do to like make it into a quilt is just cut it up in various different ways, and you put it back together pretty much. So I am gonna do that with this one, but the problem is this is like embarrassingly easy. This quilt is gonna be. So basically I am just gonna, and I already marked it on here, I'm making the squares, the width of the little blocks here, and I'm just gonna how should I do this? So I already marked this. Okay, so now I've got my things, and I'm gonna take them and I'm just gonna alternate them like back to front. But the problem is that the yardage as it only had 5 prints. So if you try and put the things end to end, the bicycle print just keeps going down the middle. So I added a little bit of shirting fabric from one of my husband's old shirts. So that's this print is not part of the cheater print, but I added it so that I can put them end to end and just run a seam down the middle. So it's not the most interesting, it's not going to be the most interesting quilt, but it will be fast and it will be super easy, which is good because it's been sitting in my stash for a while. I have 1.5 yards of it, and so it's kind of taking up some space that I would like to have other fabric in its place, because there's really nothing that I can do with it except for make it into a quilt. Because yeah, these things are just kind of weird bits. So yeah, so so instead of the boats on that side, I'm gonna match it to, I'm just gonna put this up for myself. Hopefully you can see that. So boats to stripes, and then we'll just continue that, matching the squares all the way down, and just flipping those back and forth. So really there's only 2 different combinations. Now you could cut this up into a million different things, but for me, I think the purpose of a cheater print is to make a quilt like lightning fast. So that's what I'm gonna do. So besides finishing up this coat and some of the other projects that I showed you, I'm in the planning stages of the day and night dress challenge. So if you've been on my channel the past week or so, you've noticed that I've put up some things about the day and night dress challenge, which I'm hosting here and on my blog, elizabethmadethis.com, at the end of February. If you would like to participate in that, please check out those other videos, and all the details for that are in those videos and also in my blog post, which I'll link to below. But so I'm in the planning stages for my dresses that I'm gonna make for that, and I wanted to show you my fabric for my coffee dress. So this is a cotton spandex. I got this from a fabric store a couple years ago that was an online store. I bought it. They had a lot of stuff for kids, and I bought it. They were going out of business, so I had like the last however many yards of this that's on there. I think this is like 2 1/4 or something like that. I'm not going to use all that, so hopefully I have enough for a t-shirt or something, because I really love this print. It's totally one of my blues, and I'm really looking forward to using it. I'm going to use the Cassandra dress from Valentine and Stitch. They are one of the sponsors for this year's challenge, and I am going to do a pattern hack, which will be really fun. I'm not going to share exactly what that is, but I just know that a pattern hack is coming, and it's going to be cool. I think it's going to turn out really nicely, and in this fabric I'm just going to love it, and it's going to be one of those dresses that I will wear all the time. So that will be really fun. And then for my cocktails dress, I'm gonna use a lace that's coming from Stylish Fabric. Stylish Fabric is being really generous and giving and sponsoring a lot of us that are on the blogging and vlogging side of this. They're sending us fabric, so that stuff should be in the mail hopefully soon, and I am again gonna keep that secret, because it's going to be one of the most ambitious pattern hacks and like knockoffs that I've ever attempted. So I think it'll be really cool. I will say no more. I will say that before I begin all of that, I'm going to go through some sketching. So these are this dress and this dress are the two official dresses that made it to the official graphic for the day and night dress challenge. And I love sketching. I think sketching is such a great way for you to kind of get in your mind like what you want a project to look like, and sometimes it helps you kind of work out like construction details or just design lines or just where you want things to be. I think if you can draw it, then it does something weird in your head that you can like suddenly like put it to cloth and make it come out right. I don't understand like what happens in your brain that makes it do that, but it just seems to work out like that. So I am gonna do some sketching. I think too, I love this dress. This didn't make the cut for the graphic, but I think I will eventually make this dress because I think it's really cool. I love the little raglan flutter sleeve and the stripes on the bodice and the contrast at the hem. I think that'd be a really fun kind of casual dress, but this was just something that I kind of came up with. But yeah, so I'm gonna sketch before I do my cocktails dress, but yeah, it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be really cool. So make sure you read about the day and night dress challenge. Please like join in the fun. It's gonna be so much fun. The last thing that I have on my plate for January is just a little tiny dress for my daughter. So I've been in the process of organizing my fabric stash and just kind of like figuring out what's been in there for a really long time and what should I just sew up really fast. This is kind of, it's been prompted by just the fact that I need to do it, and also because the challenge this month in my Facebook group that I'm an admin in, So Much Talent, we're doing a stash busting challenge, and there's been different garments that we're trying to sew up for just kind of theme. You know, I think like one week we'll do pajamas, and 1 week we'll do tops, and 1 week dresses, and another week they're doing quilts too. So just kind of random stuff. I've just been sewing really random things just based on whatever it is that I've had that's just been in there for a while, just kind of like nagging on me kind of thing. So I had this blue velvet, this little navy velvet, and I made up a dress that I haven't gotten photographed or shown yet. It will make it into my makes video for this month. But I had some left over, and I would have hoped to have made, you know, like a pair of leggings. Like, I think it would have been really nice to have a pair of navy leggings out of velvet, but I didn't have enough. But I did have enough to make a little dress for my daughter. So you can see, oh, it's this tiny cute bodice. But I'm going to add some hot pink fold over elastic to the neckline, and it's got little kind of, not quite bell sleeves, but they're gathered at the hem into the elastic. So it's kind of, so they balloon out a little bit and then we'll string back down inside of the elastic. So the fold over would be around her cute little wrists and around her neck too. So I think that the hot pink will be a really fun contrast to the navy, which would otherwise be kind of plain, which is not a bad thing. I think like velvet is its own thing, but you know, she is a kid and we don't have, you know, super dressy places to be too, but it would be kind of nice to just, you know, have a little velvet dress too. So I know she's looking forward to this. She was going in the fabric like that with her cute little face, so I'm looking forward to that, and I'll probably do this first because it's sitting on my table kind of taking up space. And the rest of my plans, I don't know, we'll see how long it takes me to get through stuff. And those are my plans for January. I know it's kind of late to get out a plans video for January, but sometimes that's how things work. But what are you working on this month? What's going on? So hit me up in the comments below, like what's on your sewing table right now. I'd love to hear about it. Okay, thanks for watching. Happy sewing. Put my jumbo snaps on. Don't forget to subscribe and share it with your friends.